Nangangati na naman ang itlog ko, nangangati na naman ang itlog ko, ka. Nangangati na naman ang itlog ko, nangangati na naman ang itlog ko, ka. What's up YouTube? It's your boy Dashing and this is week 9 of the SCD. I am the coach of Team Kati Itlog and this week we take on Omar. He apparently doesn't have a team name, so it is what it is. His team consists of G-Max Toxtricity, D-Max Kartana, Zapdos, Alola Ninetales, Croak, Mimikyu, Snorlax, Magmortar, Inteleon, Drampa, Kangaskhan, and Butterfree. Now Omar had a really good start to the season, getting 3 straight wins, and one of those coming from Lord Evo himself. So that was like his one and only loss before we played. Followed by 5 Ls. So we're trying to continue the losing streak of his and continue our winning streak. I haven't watched this game, so I can't really tell if he got hacked or what happened in those games. But yeah, I actually thought we had a good matchup this week. But suddenly it was actually worse than I thought. I had at first glance like Cinder just rips through the team, but after a few mocks, which I kinda lost majority of, stuff like bulky Zapdos, set up Inteleon with Sniper, and G-Max Kartana, after some Beast Boost, can just run away with the game. I expect him to bring Kartana, Zapdos, Mimikyu, Inteleon, Croak, and either the Ninetales or Magmortar. Now looking at team preview, no Zapdos and no Kartana. Instead, he opted for Tox, Magmortar. So that's actually really good for us. Zapdos is one of our win cons. Like we need to like chip it down for Cinder to like sweep. And the annoying thing here is if Inteleon is scarfed, that really destroys the Cinder. And in that case, we need to keep Reuni healthy because that's the only thing we have that can check the Inteleon. If that's the case. Because yeah, we kind of need to know more information about it before we can make some risky plays. What else? But yeah, Toxtricity coming this week, though he might think it's a better option than Cart, I don't really agree with that. I think Cart was still the better play. Because even if you like get positions Cart in a good position, let's say in front of Bro, and he has something like a Lumberry, he could just go for an SD. We're unlikely to like hit 2 Scalds that is gonna burn. So if that's the case, he could go for like a Max Air at +2, either KO Bro if it's already chipped or not, and then just sweep from there. Nothing really I can do about that. But we kind of built a team in a way that it prevents him from just running away with the game. And even then, at +2, if he gets like +3, I think he can just OHKO the Max Cinder with like a Max knockoff. Something like that. But yeah, without further ado, let's check out the game, see how it went. So I lead Reggie as he goes Croak, revealing Intimidate. He goes for rocks here as we go for rocks. He may have thought that he would get rocks for free because, you know, why would I stay in? But nah, we call bluffs here. So even if he went for EQ there, I would be able to scout some information like if it's Adamant or Jolly. So that could matter in some decision makings I make in the future. But not wanting to stay in here, I switch out to our slow bro as he goes Mimikyu. Goes for T-Wave, unfortunate miss as we go for Psychic just to break the disguise. Also, what I noticed there, I'm not sure if he was scouting for the body press with Reggie or if the Crook is actually scarfed. Because Scarf Croak really does a number on my team as well. So Bro is actually just designed to take on the Crook, and Reuni is designed to take on every other special attacker he has. So these are like my two most important ones, and maybe have Cinder for a sweeper during the late game. The other three mons are very expendable. So just back to Crook. I don't really agree with that play because I could have just went for Scald there, and Scald, depending on rolls, may have it probably won't KO the Crook, but it would leave it in like 12%, something wherein he can't really switch into rocks that much. So we bring out Reggie here, and we switch back to Slowbro. He goes for the knockoff, revealing that actually after the second knockoff, I believe, no, the third knockoff, it's revealed that he is Adamant. The first two were kind of in between Adamant and Timid. So we actually just slack off during the first one, and I thought he may just switch out, possibly to... Actually, I had like Ice Beam on the Slowbro to check the Zapdos as well as Kartana, because Kartana doesn't want to take an Ice Beam. It does like 50 to 70 if it's like no investment. We do get 55, but the big part there is the freeze. It may look like the freeze was a big deal, but I mean, you'll see later on in the game. If that's the case, I would have probably switched to Torn this turn if he didn't get frozen. I'd probably go Torn there, but knowing that he's frozen, he's probably not gonna stay in, and even if he does, he takes out Bro. But the Crook is already crippled at that point, and we could just check it with the Torn. So yeah, he goes for Metal Sound here with Toxtricity, which is very risky. Very risky. But I see why he did it. I could probably agree with that play if he was Psychic Resist, because he was expecting me to switch probably to Reuni, and Metal Sound will like make it a lot more vulnerable. But we just go for the Psychic here. We get a crit. Crit, I can't really say if crit mattered because he needed at least 160-ish EVs to live like a Psychic after rocks if we got like a minimum roll. If we got like a high roll, even if he was max HP, he gets KO'd there. So a very unnecessary risky play. That is your Maxmon. So you're already facing 5v6 with a Maxmon advantage. Magmortar comes in here. T-Bolt. This is the most obvious T-Bolt of my life. Because what else would I go into? Like, nothing wants to really take a T-Bolt except for our AV Reuni. He goes for a Toxic here. Unfortunate miss. I don't think the miss mattered. You'll see why. So, with the Toxic, we would have been in, let's say, that's, I believe, 8%, right? So, 62. We go for a Side Shock, do good damage. We regen that up. He goes for Overheat. We are revealed to be AV Torn as well. We just go for a Sludge Bomb. Nothing really wants to take a Sludge Bomb. Ninetales comes out. We can just switch back to Reggie. We check that completely. Goes for a Blizzard. Alright. Chew that up nicely. Get some lefties back. He goes for Veil as we go for a Heavy Slam. We do 71. I mean, it's squad weak. It's squad weak to steal, but that's still, you know, behind what do you call that? Screens. And that's like no investment Reggie. Shit ton of damage. He goes for Mimikyu here, which I do agree with that play. It kind of blocks my Brick Break here, and he's able to keep screens longer. Goes for Destiny Bond. Interesting play as we go for a Heavy Slam. He does live due to the screens. goes for T-Wave there. I get paralyzed, which was actually good for us. We actually went for Toxic that turn, and the reason why I went for Toxic is because not KOing the Mimikyu right away lets us stall out the screens. When Ninetales came in, it showed to be boots, so it's definitely not going to be light clay. So the screen turns is going to be just 5 for this game. It goes for Destiny Bond again as we go for a Toxic here. That's not really gonna work on us. He goes for Play Rough here. I just go for a Brick Break in case he switched. Whatever came in there was gonna take good chip as well. Ninetales comes in. He's gonna try to set up Veil again, but we're not gonna let that happen. He was probably banking on a paralysis there. But yeah, that's not gonna happen. I would need to be paralyzed 2 turns in a row for him to really take advantage of screens. But yeah, Crook comes in, gets an Intimidate. We go for the Brick Break and he falls to the Hail. Inteleon comes in. The best move we can hit this with is just a Brick Break. He gets a crit there, revealing that he is a sniper. I kinda thought he was Scope Lens. He actually told me after the game he's not Scope Lens, so it was just a lucky crit. I mean, Snipe Shot does have increased crit, but that's like still just 25%. So he gets a crit there. Probably some justice for the Toxic, what do you call that? The Toxic Miss, right? But knowing Reuni is our best check to this Inteleon, I didn't want to switch it in because we could fall to like 2 potential crits, you know, even if it's like... At this point, I thought it was 50% because I thought he was... what do you call that item? Scope Lens. But yeah, we'll just go for a snipe, a Brick Break here. That's the best move we have to hit it with. And we actually live the Snipe Shot. I actually thought, I kinda thought, was he Life Orb? Because he actually took more damage than I thought. But that's because I thought the Snipe Shot KO'd us. We actually lived. Reuni comes in. We're guaranteed to live any hit from this Mon. So, like I said, if we got Toxic, if we got the Toxic earlier, we would have been in 80%. We go for a Psychic here as he goes for Snipe Shot. So we would have taken another 8% there, and Ninetales is just gonna fall to another Psychic. Nothing really he can do about this. And that's gonna be GG, it's dashing. So, pretty dominant win for us. I know we did get some hacks with the freeze, but I wouldn't really say it mattered too much. We definitely... He probably could have gotten a kill or 2 at the most more. So it would have been, let's say, 4-3-0. But just not bringing Zapdos really put his team at the back end, from my opinion. With, like... Us bringing Ice Beam on Slowbro was really good. This is actually the first week where we brought all 4 of the Regen Core. So hell yeah, you know, I didn't think we would ever bring it because of the matchup. But I think of all my Mons, Slowbro was like the Mon I was really having a tough time bringing. I thought about bringing, let's say, Piloswine to check the Zapdos Vault Switch, or Comfey to like check the Crook, because Crook was kind of a real problem for me. But then I thought, if it's like a Scarf Crook, we can just beat that with Slowbro. So, and the Reuni can just check the special attackers. So, amazing prep for us. Couldn't have gone any better. I guess it could if we didn't get crit with so much. Because imagine if I got crit, if I switched to Reuni to like preserve the 6-0 and got crit there. Oh boy, we could have really lost that one. But yeah, amazing plays from us. Good luck to Omar for the rest of the season. But yeah, he's probably just gonna have 1 week left. He won't be making playoffs. So yeah, and next week we take on the admin himself, Sean, aka Sione. So yeah, that's gonna be the video. If you guys like the content, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.